Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much, Madam Moderator. On behalf of the Dominican Republic, we are grateful for the opportunity of sharing with you some ideas on this important idea of INFF. We initially congratulate the fact of this matter being on the agenda. Financing should be more strategic now that the international arena is more complicated given the crises. And our country is particularly, first of all, we are an island developing state. We need to face climate change, and this has become our first threat to development. At the same time, we have just started being a middle-income country. And all of this, we are a country which has 14% of fiscal pressure. In this combination of things, we need to be more efficient with public investment and expenditure. Given these thoughts, the Dominican Republic looks for tools to be more efficient in public expenditure, and that is why we have joined the effort of INFF. So, I do not come from the Ministry of Finance, which regularly defines financing strategy. I represent the Ministry of Economy, Planning and Development to define the strategic development priorities. It is important to deliver this first message. We were not convinced to do this by a UN agency. We sought it as a tool to improve the relationship between strategy and financing, between the Ministry of the Economy and of Finance. That is our initial problem and our main motivation, to establish a fluid dialogue between those of us who think of development and those who work to finance it. This being said, the most important thing and what we must think of is that this must be flexible and must be adapted to the needs of each country. In this regard, we wish to thank the United Nations for its coordination in the Dominican Republic, DESA and ECLA, who have joined us in this effort and who are supporting us, each within their capacities, to build this document, which should be a tool to help us in three ways. Number one, an instrument of negotiation for planning and budget long term. The most important thing is to be part of the national, to establish a national team which will think structurally on how to finance public policies we designed to build capacity and institutions. And number three, after the first 2 points, to strengthen institutions, since the Ministry of the Economy takes on this task within our institutional legal framework, something we had not always been able to do. This will be an effort whose main guide will be the national development priorities, which are clear to us, as well as the cost estimates. All of this subject to the fiscal constraints of the Dominican Republic and its financing possibilities. In this environment, we hope to have the technical capacities of the above-mentioned agencies and their capacity to help us build national capacities, so as a country we can decide what is best for us for our development and national conditions. In sum, we need a flexible tool to establish a permanent and virtuous dialogue between economy and finance, and to improve the quality of our public expenditures and financing. Thank you, Madam.